Hi, guys. What do we have today? Here we have predictions for today's 7 NBA games. Let's get started. Boston Celtics and Orlando Magic. The Celtics have been in terrific form, winning 13 of their past 15 games, and they will look to extend their 9-game winning run today. The Magic have lost 3 of their last 4 games and are in poor form. From the outset of the season, the Celtics have been outstanding on the road. This season, they have won 17 of their 24 road games. The Celtics have lately won 7 of their previous 11 away games while only covering the spread 4 times. The Magic play decent ball at home court. This season, they won 11 of their 23 home games. They recently played very well at home and won 7 of their previous 11 home games, covering the spread in 7 of them. Head-to-head, the Celtics have won the last 5 games against the Magic in Orlando while covering the spread in 4 of those 5. Regardless of the extended winning run, the Celtics appeared exhausted in the previous 3 games, even if they won. Coach Joe Mazzulla attempted to rest first Brown, then Tatum, but I don't believe it yielded the desired effect. The Magic confirmed Jonathan Isaac's return to the team after a 2-year absence, which might be very significant for them. The Magic have covered the spread in 5 of their last 6 games and look like a playoff team. Play Orlando Magic plus 8.5. Milwaukee Bucks and Detroit Pistons. The Bucks are in good form, having won 6 of their past 10 games. The Pistons have been in a slump, having dropped 6 of their past 7 games, and they will be hoping to snap a 3-game losing streak tonight. This season, the Bucks have looked pretty decent on the road. They have won 11 of their 23 road games. In their previous 11 road games, the Bucks have won and covered the spread only 4 times. Since the beginning of the season, the Pistons have struggled to win at home in Detroit. They have only 6 wins in their previous 23 home games. The Pistons have won only 2 of their last 9 home games while covering the spread 3 times. Head-to-head, in the last 9 games between those 2 teams they played in Detroit, the Bucks won all 9 while covering the spread in 7 of those 9. After a long time, the Bucks will be fully healthy here. Did the bookies consider that when they favored the Bucks with the double-digit line in this game? I believe the Bucks will easily win this game, but they have only won 1 road game by double digits since the start of the season. The Pistons aren't playing well, but they've covered the spread in 7 of their previous 10 games. The Bucks can beat the Pistons by 20 or more points, but I don't believe that will be their goal today. Play Detroit Pistons plus 11.5. Atlanta Hawks and Chicago Bulls. The Hawks are in pretty good form, having won 7 of their past 10 games. The Bulls have been in fine shape, winning 5 of their past 8 games, and they will be looking for their 3rd consecutive victory tonight. Since the start of the season, the Hawks have struggled on the road. Only 11 of their 24 road games were victories. The Hawks have recently fared well on the road. In 7 of their previous 13 road games, they have won and covered the spread. The Bulls play well on their home court in Chicago. This season, they won 12 of their 22 home games. They recently won 5 of their previous 8 home games, covering the spread in 6 of them. Head-to-head, the Hawks have covered the spread in just 1 of the last 5 games in Chicago against the Bulls. Both teams are nearly fully healthy. The Hawks have won 4 straight away games and have looked strong since Capela's return. The Bulls do not always play well at home but have won 5 of their previous 7 home games. I have to give the Bulls the edge here because, despite the Hawks' later outstanding play, they lost their last game at home to the dreadful Hornets. Play Chicago Bulls -1. Minnesota Timberwolves and Houston Rockets. The Timberwolves have won 8 of their past 11 games and will be looking for their 3rd consecutive victory today. The Rockets didn't play as poorly as their record suggests, but they have dropped 18 of their last 19 games, and here they will attempt to avoid losing their 14th straight game. The Timberwolves don't play well in road games. On the road, they won 8 out of 22 games this season. Recently, they have lost in 6 of their last 7 road games while covering the spread in 3 of those 7. The Rockets are not a particularly good home team. Recently, they have played the worst ball at home court. They lost 8 straight home games and didn't cover the spread in any of those 8 home games. Head-to-head, the Timberwolves have a terrible record in Houston. They have only won 4 of 20 games against the Rockets in Houston, but they covered the spread in 4 of their last 5 games against the Rockets in Houston. The Timberwolves are, without any doubt, the better team here, but this is their third game against each other in a short period, and I believe it will be much more competitive here than in the previous two. I'm going with the home team to cover the spread and perhaps gain their first win in a long time. Play Houston Rockets plus 6.5. Charlotte Hornets and Utah Jazz. The Hornets have been in dreadful form, having lost 8 of their past 11 games, but they will be looking for their third consecutive victory tonight. The Jazz are in good shape, having won 4 of their past 6 games. The Hornets have struggled on away courts from the start of the season. They have only won 8 of their 26 away games this season, although they have recently improved, particularly on the road. The Hornets have lately won 5 of their past 11 road games while covering the spread 7 times. This season, the Jazz have played pretty well at home court. They won 15 out of 24 of their home games. Recently, the Jazz have split their last 6 home games while covering the spread in 4 of those 6. Head-to-head, the Hornets lost 15 straight games against the Jazz in Salt Lake City while covering the spread in 3 of those 15. The Hornets have been playing much better recently than they did at the start of the season, but LaMelo Ball might not be available here again. Conversely, the Jazz are a decent home team and will have all of their players available. Although the Jazz are more likely to prevail than the Hornets in this matchup, the line seems worryingly high, given how well the Hornets have been playing lately. Play Charlotte Hornets and Utah Jazz over 237. San Antonio Spurs and Portland Trailblazers. The Spurs have lost 9 of their previous 11 games and are in a terrible downturn. The Trailblazers are on a back-to-back without travel. They have been in a rut, having dropped 8 of their past 10 games, and they will be trying to snap a 3-game losing streak tonight. This season, the Spurs have struggled on the road. They have won only 5 of 20 road games. In their last 7 road games, the Spurs won only 1 while covering the spread in 4 of those 7. This season, the Trailblazers fared well at home. They won 11 of their 21 home games. The Trailblazers have not played well at home recently. They have only won and covered the spread in 2 of their previous 6 home games. The Trailblazers play pretty well in back-to-back games. This season they played 7 back-to-backs and won in 5 of those 7. Head-to-head, recently the Spurs have been playing pretty well in Portland against the Trailblazers. They split their last 6 games against the Trailblazers in Portland while covering the spread in 4 of those 6. The Trailblazers are unquestionably a better team than the Spurs, if only because they play on their home court, but I'm not sure how they deserve to be so much favored. There's a chance the bookies know something I don't, so I'll take total points here. Play San Antonio Spurs and Portland Trailblazers under 242. Memphis Grizzlies and Sacramento Kings. The Grizzlies are on a back-to-back including travel. They are attempting to avoid suffering their 3rd consecutive loss here as they appear to have lost some steam following their 11-game winning run. The Kings will be keen to get back on track after the Sixers ended their 6-game winning run in their most recent game. The Grizzlies have been playing pretty decently on the road since the beginning of the season. They have won in 11 of their 23 road games this season. In their most recent road games, they have won and covered the spread in 6 of their last 11. The Grizzlies play pretty well in back-to-back games. This season they played 6 back-to-backs and won in 4 of those 6. The Kings are a solid home team this year. In their 25 home games, they have won 15. In their last 9 home games, they have won 6, but just in 3 of those 6 victories have covered the spread. Head-to-head, the Grizzlies covered the spread in 4 of the last 5 games between those 2 teams, which they played in Sacramento. Both teams are fully healthy. The Grizzlies are the better team now, but the Kings play at home, where they perform very well. Right now, the Grizzlies are the 2nd best team in the Western Conference. This is a back-to-back game for them, but honestly, I don't think it will be an issue for the Grizzlies because their team is very young, has a strong bench, and doesn't depend only on its starting lineup. Here I will take the road team to win and cover the spread. Play Memphis Grizzlies -1. Guys, that's all. Thanks for joining us today. See you tomorrow.